Okay. Good Lord. For the love of God. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me okay? Oh my goodness, dude. My God. No, don't you come up here. Ah, there's my cat. Yeah, is the audio working? Make sure the audio's on. Check, check, 1, 2. Yo, we recording? Yes? Okay, cool. Smash that like button? Yes, indeed, smash that like button. I am so sorry that I am late. I literally was trying to get my internet to work better, and I think we figured it out. I think we're good now. I think. Like, last night was terrible. People kept saying that they were like dropping frames, that the Wi-Fi was in and out. So hopefully it is fixed now, and we are going to go over a few Spurs topics, and the reason being is because your boy gonna be gone till Friday, so I won't be back till Saturday. And honestly, we have enough. You got Spectrum? Yeah. What happened with Spectrum? Anyways, just so you guys know, yeah, if we do enough segments, I mean, you might not hear from me for a little minute till Friday. What? Yeah, I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna have plenty of videos out. I already have like 5 topics that we already talked about, ready to be uploaded. But yeah, my cat, I don't know. I'll just let her do her thing right now. She'll get bored eventually, I think. Whew. How's it going, Clan? It's going all right. It's going all right. Spectrum is the worst internet provider. They always have problems. They're the only internet provider where I am, unfortunately. Like, literally the only one. Can't get AT&T, can't get anything else. Like, they're literally, it's them, and then it's the town's internet, which is way worse. I think I'm at like 400 megabytes per second, I think. And the one in town is like the highest is like 50. It's crazy. Tricentric fiber. Do we have that? Centric fiber. Hey, Andrew Garcia. Why is it so big? Oh my goodness. Pause. Hold on. Yeah, why is that alert so... That was ridiculous. What's good, gang? Just joined. Centric fiber. I don't know if it's in my area. I can look into something else. I can definitely look into something else. Hey, Dr. Phil. Member for 21 months? I know you hate it, but go Spurs go. Yeah. I say it, but like, I'm not crazy about it, okay? I'm a man of many talents. The heck are we talking about? How's Wemby a mod? Yeah, that's like literally Victor Wembanyama right now. I'm sick. I'm sick of losing too. What is wrong with Go Spurs Go? Look, you guys, look, we all got used to it. We all think it's normal now. Okay, it's fine. It's the thing. I don't complain. I will say it too if I'm at a game or whatever. But it is corny. Let's be honest. It's corny. All right. All right. It is corny. Go Spurs go. Go Spurs go. That is so corny. Go Spurs go. Let me see. We had a few things on here. Let me see. Go Spurs go. Where are they going? Exactly, Wemby. See, Vic gets it. Vic gets it. Now, if we're ever on here and there's a game going on, then we will know that's not the real Victor Wembanyama. But until then, I'm going to believe that that's the real Victor Wembanyama. My son Eli is 10 and he loves your channel. That's really nice, but then that also makes me like, I don't know. He's 10 and he likes your channel. Like, I don't know. 10-year-olds are pretty smart nowadays, though. You should talk about the draft. Well, we'll get there. I'm not prepared for it right now to talk about it. All right. Okay. All right, guys, I want to go over this discourse just really quickly. Okay. Just really quickly. So I tweeted this out. And I'm convincing myself more and more that I think this is bad. I think it's pretty bad if he doesn't win at this point. So I said, I still can't comprehend how he doesn't get Defensive Player of the Year. What else could he do? I know the argument is about winning, but then at that point, he'd have to be an MVP candidate to also win Defensive Player of the Year. I'm trying to keep my bias out of this, okay? I'm trying my best. Here are the league leaders in blocks since the All-Star break. Wemby 51, and the next up is Anthony Davis at 26. And then even if you go on top of that, I think Wemby has more career blocks than 81.4% of the league. I'm pretty sure that's the number. I'm pretty sure it's 81.4% of the entire NBA. He has more blocks than in his career. I'm sorry. I know some people say, well, it's not all about statistics. You know, it's about how well your team is. Well, the San Antonio Spurs are the 6th best defense in the NBA when he's on the court. And they're like dead last. They're either dead last or 20. Look, just know that they're bottom of the league when he's off the court. The differential is insane. I think it might be 24th. We might be 24th or 26th. I can't remember what the number is. But I just know it's like a huge jump when he's actually in the game. I just don't understand what else he could do at this point. And I get it. I know, like, when we go off of history, most of the time it's been guys, well, basically all the time, you know, it's been guys that are on winning teams that win Defensive Player of the Year. And I get it. I understand it. But at the same time, I feel like this is an anomaly. And I'm trying to keep my bias out of it. But I feel like even if Wemby wasn't with us, I would still say that dude deserves Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, Lord knows I would have still been watching Wemby as much as I watch him now. Like, I'm seeing these games. Teams have to literally be strategic when going against Wemby. If you try him, it's a block. You can't try him too often. The teams that have been pretty successful going against the Spurs, well, don't get me wrong, we losing so many games, so technically everybody's been successful, right? But the teams in which they go in and they just absolutely annihilate us and it never feels like we're in the game, those types of games, it's really been guys purposefully not trying Victor Wembanyama at the rim. So I know a lot of analytic guys are saying that they have to come up with a whole new scheme just to comprehend Victor Wembanyama. We already went over, which I don't think I uploaded this video yet. Well, by the time you see this video, I have no idea if I've uploaded that video yet, so I'm sorry. But there was analytic or someone talking about how when you're open, you're not actually open next to Vic, and they gave examples of it, and it's absolutely insane where Victor Wembanyama is on the opposite end of the court or opposite end of the paint, in which he still contests a shot that was being shot in the corner across from him. Absolutely insane stuff, mind-blowing. I don't quite understand what's going on here. I don't quite understand it. I think at this point he has to be the anomaly here, man. He has to be. Because at this point, I don't know what else he could do. When we start saying he has to win games, it's like, okay, not only does he have to be one of the greatest, like, rookie defensive players of all time, now he also has to be like one of the top players in the NBA. Like, he has to be like top 5 in the NBA for him to get this award, because that's the only thing it would take for the San Antonio Spurs to have a winning record. Wemby would have to be a literal MVP candidate, and he ain't there yet, but that's what it would take. He would have to literally be that for the Spurs to be in a play-in, and hopefully maybe an 8th seed where they can actually, voters can say, well, that's good enough, you know? Kind of like the Russell Westbrook situation, where he obviously should have won MVP with all those triple doubles, but then people were like, but their record, you know? Because what was the OKC Thunder that year? Weren't they like 8th seed? And people had to like swallow their pride with that. I feel like you need to swallow your pride with Wemby, man. Cat is wearing a flower? Yeah. Yeah, she's wearing a flower. I need to get her a new one. It's messing up. I gotta get her a new one. Here you go. But yeah, what was OKC Thunder's record, guys? I can see us being the 11th, 12th seed next year. Yeah, I can see that. I know some people really hate that. Then you're gonna really hear fire pop. Ooh, they're gonna go crazy with the fire pop after that. Hold on, I guess I'll just look it up. Russell Westbrook, because I don't remember what year that was. Was it 2015? Girl! Oh my gosh, she pressed the button and now I'm on a whole nother thing. All right, Russell Westbrook MVP. What year was that? The 2017 season. KC Thunder standings. 2016, 17. They were 6th seed. Is this right? Is this right? Why do they have a picture of KD? Is this right? She trying to play Helldivers? She really is. I just messaged Honcho about Helldivers. She really is. That's a great game. But yeah, anyways, I just think that this is one of those situations where you have to, it needs to be considered, okay? I'm not going to sit here and cry. I don't really care about individual awards that often. But I just feel like this is one of those situations that you kind of find yourself in a weird place where you're sitting back and you're like, well, what else could he do? You know, now it's just a matter of circumstances as far as if you win an individual award. I mean, I know people will say, well, you want to make sure that you're prioritizing winning in the NBA, and that's how you give up awards. Well, you know, there's a finals MVP, okay? There is a finals award, NBA finals award. Like, there's awards for winning, but it doesn't, an MVP is definitely that, right? Like, the whole idea of an MVP is that you're so good that your team are winning way more games than maybe they wouldn't have if you weren't on the team. That's kind of the idea of an MVP, right? Like guys that are just so freaking good, like Jokic and Luka Doncic, and usually they're so good, and at that point, you know, once they're like near their prime and they're winning MVP, usually their teams have already figured it out and built somewhat of a team around them, somewhat. So it makes sense. MVP makes sense, okay? We don't have that many rookies coming into the league that's just like so great that, you know, averaging 40 points per game, in which they deserve it over another guy. That usually doesn't happen. But I feel like with this Defensive Player of the Year situation, this is definitely one of those where he is just better than everybody. You know? That's my problem. It's like defensively, he's better than everyone. I thought it was the Defensive Player of the Year award, not the Defensive Player on the Best Defensive Team award. The Best Defensive Player on the Best Defensive Team award. I think that's silly at that point. The NBA won't give Defensive Player of the Year to Wemby because he's a rookie and a Spur. He will be the very first rookie to ever win Defensive Player of the Year. There need to be more awards. NFL has Rookie of the Year, Rookie Offensive Player of the Year, Rookie Defensive Player of the Year. NBA needs to take notes. Well, I guess wouldn't technically... Oh, wait, no, you said rookie. I didn't realize that. Rookie Offensive Player of the Year, Rookie Defensive Player. That would be nice. That would be nice. But that's the thing, though. He will win those easily. Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year for rookies. But he deserves the overall. He's better than everybody. And I don't think that's a bias in me saying that. Is it? I mean, maybe it's a slight bias. Obviously, I love Wemby and I'm a Spurs fan. But like, wouldn't a lot of people agree that like, who's better defensively than Wemby? I know Wemby has things to work on, obviously. You know, his size, you know, getting stronger, all that. Obviously, he got things to work on. But who's a better defender than Wembanyama? Do we really have a like concrete answer to that? Gobert literally sits in the paint and doesn't have to guard anyone outside of that. Wemby guards anyone. Wemby has to guard everyone. Shaq says Bobo is better. Shaq said Bobo. No, Shaq said Wemby is better, but like he's just Bobo, but not lazy. Absolutely insane. I feel like him saying that, we could just straight up just use any type of like brute big man and compare them to Shaq and just say, oh, Perkins, he's like Shaq, but he's just lazy. Like that's a lazy argument, actually. It's an argument, but it's lazy. Shaq is just jealous. Shaq is just weird. I don't know. Some people have said, well, it's because his son has a really great relationship with Bobo. And I'm like, to that, I say, don't be on television just saying things then. If your bias extends to, you know, I'm close to this person, so I can't like give a genuine critique, then I don't think you should be on TV. That's a terrible argument. Yeah, like the whole like he's Bobo but just lazy. I mean, he's Wemby but just lazy. That's insane. Shaq just a hater. Shaq is weird. Shaq will have a decent. He's just like any fan. He'll have a decent take here or there, and then a terrible one. I mean, I'm not sitting here saying that I'm any better. Like I'll have some crazy takes sometimes, but I mean, good gosh, the amount of ego behind Shaq is crazy. There's literally like I can go back on a take if I'm proven wrong. Do Bobo play? That's a good question. And Bobo's never the defender Wemby is. It's like why are we even comparing? And then it opens up the floodgates for awful arguments. Yeah, he plays. Yeah, yesterday he had 5 minutes. So yeah, he played. And he was 100% from the field. Can you tell me one game in which Wemby was 100% from the field? You can't, can you? Exactly. And then he had a block against the Hornets. Can you name a game in which Wemby got a block? Wemby doesn't even know what a block is. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of showings here better than Wemby. I don't recall Wemby shooting nearly 86%. Let's see. He went off in this game. He went 11 for 17. That's actually really good. Unironically, like that's actually really good. And he had a block. I don't recall Wemby getting 14 rebounds and 25 points and a block. It's not like he just did that like a couple days ago. Like, yeah. It's frustrating. Frustrating. Dumb. I love Shaq, but then he'll say or do things I dislike. Remember, he made fun of Dirk during his divorce. His drug-abused wife, and said Dirk wasn't a real big man. Honcho, I have no idea what you're talking about. I feel like this need to be a whole nother segment. I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you talking about? I actually remember that. What the heck are you guys talking about? What? I was super embarrassed. Hold on. I was super embarrassed to go out in public. Opens up on his ex-fiance's arrest. 2009 NBA playoffs. What? I was shocked as everybody had no idea when it happened. That was a very tough time because I did a great job always keeping my private life private. For me, all of a sudden to have my private life out in the open was something completely different. I was super embarrassed by the whole situation. I was super embarrassed to go out in public. I'm a sensitive guy. I take things very hard, and I was hard on myself. How could this happen? How did I let this happen? After a few months of dating, Nowitzki proposed and Taylor accepted. The couple was set to get married in 2009, but Nowitzki's mentor, does this person know Victor Wembanyama? I feel like this person knows Victor Wembanyama. Hired a private investigator to conduct a background check on Taylor. Oh, that's random. What? The investigation led to Taylor's arrest. The investigation led to Taylor's arrest at Dirk's home during the private investigator called the cops. Taylor was arrested for violating probation and theft of service. What the heck happened? She was on probation in 1999 after receiving a suspended prison sentence for forgery and 2 counts of felony. Nowitzki was devastated by the incident, opened up about it in an interview. In the beginning, I was very down and disappointed, sad and furious. What was she doing? She was like playing them or what? Okay, that's someone else. I'm so confused. Dude, I had no idea about this. So Shaq made fun of this? Like Shaq found this funny or something? That's sad, dude. That's really sad. I'm choosing Wemby over Jordan. Okay, you guys are completely off topic. Yeah, I had no idea this happened. That's wild. That's wild. Yeah, Shaq, it was effed up when it happened. Wow. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't know about this. I guess I wasn't keeping up with like personal stuff at all. I think that year I was kind of tired of sports. Wasn't that when LeBron went to Miami? Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't feeling that. Yeah, I don't know about that. Thanks for telling me about it. Shaq said he didn't handle the situation like a man. No! It was on ESPN years ago. I was like 9 or 10 when I watched it. You for real? He didn't handle it like a man? Oh my God, dude. Good God. No one can tell me like there's no such thing as like toxic masculinity. That's insane. To take this situation and say you didn't handle it. Like, what? You should have just shrugged it off, I guess. Turn off your emotions and shrug it off. That didn't happen. Ignore it. Have a beer. Softy. Well, Shaq is not a good guy. He can look like a big teddy bear, but he isn't. He didn't handle the Kobe situation like a man either. Hey, that's a point. That's a point being made. Ernie and Kenny defended Dirk in the argument, from what I remember. That's insane that this is even... What are we talking about? Like, what are we talking about? Good God. Hopefully Shaq learned from that, maybe. Probably not. I don't know. He still makes bad arguments, so I don't know. Maybe he did. Who cares? That's terrible, though. All right. Okay. Someone says something. Clan, talk about what you think our top 3 needs are this offseason. Oh, top three needs. It's kind of tough to say top 3 needs. Defensive wing is definitely up there. More shooting is there. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Dr. Phil, you asked. I will answer. Clan, top 3 needs this offseason. All right. Let's take a look here. Let's take a look at... I just need some type of visual. Maybe I should type in NBA odds lottery. All right. So there's a key word you put in there. All right. You said off season. If you just said what is our top 3 needs, then I would just hop in and just say, you know, there's some that come to mind pretty quickly. But since you said this off season, I'm going to go with number 1, defensive wing. Like, undoubtedly, the San Antonio Spurs need a defensive wing. We are constantly getting beat, and it's like teams just completely... If there's Trey Jones out there, they can attack him immediately. If it's not as much, but if there's Keldon out there, they attack him immediately. We just don't have enough wings that can defend, especially the point guards. I think Devin Vassell is a fine defender, but he's no lockdown. We need a point of attack defender. And while I think Sidy Cissoko will be somewhat that, and he is a really good defender himself, I think you still need some defensive wings out there, and I don't think the Spurs have that. That's the number 1 priority. I think coming into this offseason, coming into the draft, that's the number 1 thing that you need is defense. Now, I saw somebody put point guard. I think point guard is super important, but I don't think that that's going to be our number 1 need this offseason. And the reason being is because in the next draft, there's even more guards that we can choose from. So there's that. And then on top of it, I'm assuming the whole Trae Young thing wouldn't be until... If the Spurs were to get him, I feel like more time is going to go by. Now, if it happens in the offseason, that would be cool. But I just have this vibe that it'll be more so the longer this pans out, the better it'll work for the Spurs, right? Like, we want a disgruntled Trae Young. We want him verbally saying, hey, this is the destination I want to go to. And the closer and closer we get into half of maybe the next season, that's when the Atlanta Hawks will start feeling pretty desperate. That's what I'm assuming. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and take off point guard. I'm just going to say, I don't know as far as point guard this offseason, if that's the number 1 need. Maybe I'm just really believing in Trey Jones that he can keep us above water for a little while. But that's just how I'm thinking. So point guard, I don't think that that's like number 1 priority this offseason. Number 2, we need shooters, undoubtedly. I mean, Doug McDermott was great, good shooter, whatnot, but hey, he didn't really fit the timeline. You got to get yourself some shooters. So hopefully the Spurs can find them some decent shooters that can come off the bench specifically. That will be quite nice. You guys know I absolutely love me some Matas Buzelis. I know, shooting wise, he hasn't been the best, but he's a better shooter than he's been showing in the G League. So I really do believe in him as a player just overall. So that will be a guy that not only I think can play pretty decent defense, but he could be that defensive wing I'm talking about, and also somebody who can get buckets because he is a bucket getter and he's very high IQ. So he will fit in perfectly with a Wemby. So that's something that I'm looking forward to, but obviously I'm still going to look into other players and whatnot. And my opinion might change there. And then third, I would say undoubtedly you need a backup, big man. Like, you need a backup center. Maybe not a backup power forward right now. Like, I'm looking at City. He could possibly back up Sohan. Obviously, you got Don Barlow, who he's naturally a power forward. And then you got Zach Collins, who's a power forward. You need a defensive center because I don't think Bassey can stay healthy. It is 2 seasons in a row where he's just gone. So I just don't know. I don't know how much I have faith, and it's not his fault or anything, but how much I have faith in his ability to stay healthy. But right now, dude, as soon as Wemby's out, teams just attack relentlessly. Whatever big man we have out there, they are going after him. And while you can't just absolutely bully Don Barlow all the time, he's not a center. And you need some type of legitimate defensive center. I wouldn't necessarily use a draft pick for a center. I feel like defensive centers, I mean, unless you're like a Jared Allen, right? A Rudy Gobert, I feel like you can get one that's a decent backup that, wouldn't cost too much. So that's all I'm asking for. If we can just get somebody that's slightly above average defensively, on the defensive end, that will really help us like crazy. So those are kind of my 3 things right there. I say you need a defensive wing. That's number 1. You need some shooters. That's number 2. Watching how Wemby plays, we know now that he can legitimately facilitate. He's going to be even better than that next season, passing out of those double teams and everything. So you get him some shooters in which you can't just like leave guys open. Right now, they're just completely leaving Keldon Johnson open. And they're just leaving Trey Jones open. You need to get him some more shooters around him, that you can't just do that. And then you get a defensive player where Wemby doesn't have to play 72 hours a game to keep us defensively competent. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. Those are my 3. I'm not gonna go as far as to say we need a point guard right now. It'll be nice. But I'm not gonna trip about it. But I low key want Rob Dillingham. That would be cool too. Yeah, that would be cool too. Cody Williams. No, that would be cool too. I like Castle. He's a really good player. That would be also kind of a defensive. Well, he's like he's more of a 2 guard, right? Or he's more of a combo guard. I don't know if people classify him as a point guard. Do they classify Castle as a point guard? I feel like he's more of a combo, right? That would be a good one though. But yeah, cool. Yeah. Those are my thoughts. Those are the top 3 things I think the Spurs need. I just won't go as far as to say we need like a point guard right now. He's a combo guard. Okay, yeah. I'm just not gonna trip about like a point guard right now. I think we'll be fine. We have a lot more options, or we have options coming forward. We can either just sit back and see how the whole Trey Young situation pans out, or we can just wait until next draft and really go in on getting a point guard. He's a point guard / shooting guard. Castle is a combo guard, but he's been playing more point this year. Castle reminds me a little bit of DeJounte Murray, but with a better shot. I like us to get Modest Buzelis. How do you say that? Ivisic as our center? Ivisic. I don't know this player. Do I know this player? Croatian. Plays for Kentucky? Okay, this is somebody I need to look into. Is he, what is he projected right now? Ninth overall? See, I told you guys I am not keeping up well enough. I told you I'm not keeping up well enough. They would trade Keldon and Atlanta's pick for Trey. It's going to take a little bit more than that, but they would definitely do that. And they would draft Risa Shea, hopefully I said that right, as the next 3-and-D with their own 2024 draft pick. They already tried Trey Young's before the trade deadline. Yeah. They're gonna go after Trey. Spurs are not like just chilling about it. Like they're gonna try to go after Trey Young. Like undoubtedly. I just think that the Spurs are going to draw the line at Sohan and Vassell. I really think they're not going to trade those 2 players. And if they do, it's going to have to come down to like less picks. Like, okay, you can just get your draft picks back, none of ours, and then we'll give you Vassell or Sohan. Maybe something like that. But I don't know if the Hawks will take that, you know. Hawks are probably going to say no, I just think the Spurs are going to try their best to hold on to those 2 guys. And rightfully so. I mean, out of these players we've seen this season, who fits with Wemby the best, it's by far those 2. Like when those 3 are in sync, this team looks really good. When those 3 are just hitting you and they're doing the best at what they do personally. Oh my goodness, they look really good. And I know the Spurs have took note of that. Man, I don't know if I can let go of Sochan or Vassell, man. Yeah, like, bias aside, I think that those two you want to build with. Like, bias aside, I don't think Sochan and Vassell are like second options to Wemby. I don't. I think that the Spurs are still going to need another player that could be a legitimate second option. But man, imagine Devin Vassell being a third option. Like, man, because he can just go off. Any given night, he can just go off. I don't think Trey is worth 3 firsts, to be honest. I think he's definitely worth just giving them their picks back. And I think he's worth at least another first round pick from us. It might take 2, though. Keep in mind, the Spurs do have like plenty of picks. If the Spurs were to give away like a 2007 or 2027, 2028, if they gave away stuff like that, I think we're still decent. Keep in mind that the Spurs have so many second round picks that they can also package those into first round picks if they need to. So I'm not going to trip about it too much. I think you can get some more first round picks in there. I mean, we have so many. The Spurs aren't going to just sit on these second round picks, by the way. So I think you can set yourself up pretty nice. You won't need all these picks. It's nice to have them, but I don't think you'll need all of them. But yeah, good stuff. Good discussion. Clan, if we don't get Trae Young, another good target I would like to see in the offseason is Simon. Oh yeah. Is he a free agent or? He's not a free agent, is he? No, he's not a free agent. You're just saying like try to trade to get him? I wonder what that would cost. I mean as far as like picks. Let's bring this up. Yeah, I didn't think he was a free agent. Okay. I think he would definitely outplay this contract. That would be a good pickup. I don't know him. Like, I don't keep up with him enough. So, like, as far as personality wise, does he fit? Is he cool? I've only seen him play. Trey surgery was on his non-shooting hand, right? Yeah, it was on his. Yeah, I think so. Cause he's right-handed, right? Yeah. On the left. Is Trey really a chip in San Antonio, though? What do you mean? I'm not a medical doctor. I'm a mental health therapist. Yeah, I know. They asked for him before the trade deadline. I just didn't know what the question was. If we do trade for Young, Spurs going to lowball the Hawks on any deal possible. They're going to try their best. I think the main thing for the Spurs is trying to give away only one first round pick and keeping your guys. But they're probably going to have to give it. I think the Spurs will be quicker to give up a couple firsts than to give up Sochan or Vassell. I truly do believe that. My only reservation with Trey is that I think Wemby can eventually become a Jokic style. I would hate to take the ball out of his hands. That's actually a good argument. I actually have not heard that argument. That's fine too. But the thing is, I don't necessarily think that makes Wemby obsolete just because his job is made easier, you know? I mean, I feel like Wemby benefits more from having someone that can give him those lobs and someone that can get him in the right spaces where he can perform. While Jokic, I don't know how much that would benefit him. I mean, Wemby is, I mean, don't get me wrong, Jokic can like score like crazy too, but Wemby is like, he's going to be on a whole nother level. I feel like he would just gel better or gel just fine with someone like that. Just because his job is easier doesn't mean that it hurts him at all, you know? I'm trying to see if I can give an example. Because have we had that before? Where it's like it just made their job easier. I don't know. Duncan wasn't that type. I don't know. I just feel like all, you know, anybody can use a really good point guard. It should just make you better. And I think he also fits. And I don't think Wemby absolutely just turns into a rim runner as soon as you get Trae Young, you know? I don't know. Pop needs to get his crap together next year. Pop's doing a really good job as far as teaching these guys, and the players seem pretty happy with everything. It's just unfortunate that he doesn't have a roster, you know, good enough to perform right now. I don't think we're trading for Trae. I wholeheartedly believe they're going to draft the point guard they want to pair with Wemby and let them grow together as some actual veteran leadership. Possibly. Like I said, I don't think the Spurs like lose either way. You can either go after Trae Young. Don't think you lose that much, especially if you can hold on to your players and you still have quite a few picks to go. I think they will attempt to get Trae Young. I don't see our front office not doing that. They've already tried. But I don't think you like lose either way. You can sit back, chill, and next draft like you can get a really good point guard. Like, I don't know. You guys know I love me some Cadeau. Now Cadeau, he can pass the ball like crazy. And I hate that people talk so bad about my boy. They're like, oh, he's too small. Clam, what are you talking about? But like, you watch him play, he plays so tough. Now he still has to grow as far as like his shot and everything, but he just plays so tough. Spurs fans would love him. Gosh, he takes so much abuse. He passed the ball very well. I mean, he's pinpoint, very high basketball IQ, super quick. He's very fast. His first step is ridiculous. I hate it. I hate that people don't give him the amount of credit. Gosh, Cadeau 18.5% from three. He has to work on his three-point shooting. He's bad. No NBA material. He's a freshman. He's a freshman in college. It's all right. He'll be okay. Let him work on it. And he's not, and I don't think he's entering this draft either, so we don't got to worry about that. Cadeau is just like Trey Jones, but way worse. Okay. Oh, okay. That's from the same commentary. Okay. Oh, I was about to lose it. Yeah, no, that's an insane comment, my friend. That is insane what you just said. If you think they're the same, I don't know what to tell you. Cadeau's quicker. Cadeau has higher basketball IQ. He's a better passer. I don't know what to tell you. Better. I mean, I'm not trying to talk bad about Trey Jones, but Cadeau's a better defender too. I don't know. Bring Derek White back. Let Derek White stay where he's at so he can win a championship. You guys know he was my favorite player, but let him win a championship. Stop trying to bring him back. Leave him alone. Let him win his championships. You are so ridiculous. Oh, I want him back. No. He's gone now. Let him win his championships. He's in a relationship. He's in a relationship better than the one that you were in with him. All right. He's better now. He's moved on. It's time for you to move on. Clan, you know you want Derek back. No, I am fine not having Derek back right. Look, we are building a dynasty. I'm not worried about that. I love Derek. I'm not worried about that. Not worried about it. Let Megamind get a chip. I heard that new Megamind movie sucked, which is a shame because the old one was good. Okay, all right. What exactly we giving up for Derek White? Nothing. Don't bring Derek White back. I mean, Derek White fits with basically any team, but no. We gotta move on. You're rebuilding. You know, don't do none of that. And I think he's a better fit than even if you wanted to bring DeJounte back, right? But I still don't think you should bring him back. Leave it alone. Okay, let's see what else we got here, guys. Someone tagged me in something earlier. I think it was Gilbert Arenas talking. I don't know what he had to say, but he had something to say. He always got something to say. Let's see here. There we go. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, I just bought me a... Okay, listen. Most famous tagged me in this. It says, Clan the Spurs fans. Weird that you didn't put anything after that. I don't... Thank you, though. It says, Gil's Arenas debate if Wemby is already top 20 in the NBA. Okay, we definitely got to watch this. And I'm actually genuinely enjoying his pod, even though like I disagree with most of what's said on it. Gilbert Arenas has been pretty based when it comes to the Spurs, though. I'm gonna be real with you. As of late, he's been pretty dope. Every time he talks about Wemby, it's on point, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. Now, before we talk about this, really quick, the sponsor of this video, BetUS. So big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video, this live stream, for the duration of the entire season, actually. And let's see here. So one thing I love to do is go to the basketball section because that's what we really care about here. Now, if you're wondering if the San Antonio Spurs have any chance of winning a championship, sorry, actually, let's get off of that. Oh, it's gone now. That's unfortunate. I hate that. It's gone now. We can't have fun with that anymore. Oh, well. But if you're wondering if the... Let's see. Where is it? I'm trying to find it. I saw it earlier. Oh, this is it. Oh, my God. It's like right in my face. What is wrong with me? Okay. Woo. Okay. Victor Wembanyama. Oh, my goodness. Woo. All right. So Victor Wembanyama to record a quadruple double in 23-24 season. So let's try to look at what that would look like. So if we risked 25, let's see. Of course, you can only go up to 10. But if you risk 10, that's $400 earnings right there. So if you guys want, if you really think, it's so weird too, because Victor has been super close to getting that quadruple double, like extraordinarily close to getting it. I have no idea why he's not getting it. Just the other night, what did he have? 33 points, 14 rebounds, I believe. Or was it 16 rebounds? Chat can correct me. 16 rebounds, 7 assists, and 7 blocks. He is undoubtedly going to get it. And I just wonder if this... Man. He is going to get it. I don't know. Anyways, besides the point, if you guys are interested, please use the link in my description, BetUS. You will get a 125% bonus on your deposit. All you have to do is go to the link in my description, type in join125, the promo code, and yeah, you will get 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,500. So go check that out, see how you like it, see how you feel about it. And yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at this video from Gilbert Arenas. Where is it? I'm always losing things. All right, here we go. That is loud. What the heck? They talk about it for 3 hours, dog? Hold on. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No. Oh my God. Let's turn it down. Dude, I can't go over this for 3 hours. Let's speed it up. Well, there's no closed captions on this. All right, let's see. When did they talk about Wemby? Here we go. Is Wemby top 20 player in the NBA? All right, so I'm assuming they're responding to Draymond.
Moko Gill, they
Somebody else got to feel that action, that frustration.
up to $100, 7 blocks, and a 3-pointer made. He had another Wembanyama game. So this is the 7th Wembanyama game this season. So those are stats Wemby has put up that no one else has ever reached, which means that no one else is.
Okay, here it is. Yeah, I was just talking about this. 33 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists, 7 blocks, 1 3-pointer made. Why did this graphic look like this? Anyways, Wemby stat line tracker. Has anyone ever reached these numbers in a game? No one's ever reached this? First time a player reached this stat line? This is the first time someone reached this stat line? Really? What was the quadruple double from David Robinson? How many points did he have? Was it in the 20s? Elementary graphics. Yeah, I have no idea what's up with this is weird graphic.
Has ever matched or better them in a game.
Wow.
Wait, what is it?
33 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists, 7 blocks, and 1 3-pointer made.
Okay, so what is it?
I think the 3-point.
What the fuck is what stat line? What makes it part of the stat line? Which part?
7 blocks and the 1 3-point.
I think it's the 3-pointer.
Yeah. Nobody else has ever had that stat line.
No one's had this. Okay, but
That's so specific. If it really is just the 3-pointer, that's like, I don't know, that's reaching at that point. We're on like LeBron levels of reaching for stats now.
what stat line did they have before something happened in this stat line?
Nothing. We will reach out to the folks.
It's a new made-up stat.
No, that's what I'm saying. Which part? Okay, because we know this is a new stat. Which is making it the new part of it?
The 3.
I'm sure the 3 is probably what put it over the top.
I'm
Nobody's
sure
had
Cassie
7.
had 33, 16,
Those with the 7 blocks and the 3-pointer
So the
made.
1-3.
Yeah.
Because all the big.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I mean, I guess it is. It shows that he can shoot threes at that size, but I don't think if that really is the one thing that separates it, I don't think that matters. I think that's kind of dumb. He had 34 points. David had 34 points in his quadruple double. Then
Back then, that was getting them numbers.
Hakeem and David
Wasn't shooting
Robinson
no threes.
definitely
Bro
probably
jumper.
had this
Because I'm looking over the 2, 4, and all that. I'm looking at the purple line trying to figure out what stat is that. So the 3 puts him in his own category.
Yeah.
Category of his own.
Yeah, you got to tell us this. Like, you got to tell us what is putting him over there. So
You know-
if somebody else does it, right?
No,
So somebody come and make 2, do that and have 2.
No. So like, put the stat line up there. All right. So if someone had, let's say, 30, 10, 7, 7, 1, they will put them in the stat line, and they say at least 10 more rebounds, 10 or more rebounds, right? That's what they're gonna do. 10 or more rebounds, 7 to
this is a tweet they're going off of though. Like they didn't do their own.
7 blocks and 1 3 made, right? So
So the next big that does
next
something like
big,
that,
they're gonna.
they'll be second.
0 steals scrub. Exactly. Wemby's kind of trash actually when you really think about it.
The second player to do
But
it.
if they surpass that,
They'd be like,
That is a hideous shirt. My God, do not do this. This AI generated shirt. Do not do this to my favorite adult cartoon of all time, please.
or like if
those
someone
totals.
did 30,
35 and
30, 10, 5, 5, and 1.
It's hard.
And they'll say at least 5.
It's hard. Is that Kenny? Yes, it's Kenny. It's strip. I don't know what to. Unironically, Gilbert Arenas has the most drip out of anyone in this room right now. What are you guys talking about? His shirt killed Kenny. It did kill Kenny.
Rebounds, 5 blocks.
Destroyed Kenny. He's not coming back.
Yeah.
No? Are you serious? You don't think he has the most? Are we joking? Maybe I'm just like a minimalist. Like I like the minimalist. Bro, need a gangster SpongeBob shirt next. Exactly. Are we in middle school?
They start doing that.
Got it.
They're gonna water it down for the next person to match.
How does he not have the most drip out of anyone? Whatever.
Give you a headache.
Yeah.
Analytics.
Yeah.
So during a recent episode of his podcast, Draymond had this to say about Wemby and where he ranks in the league right now.
Where he ranked?
Victor Wembanyama is probably a top 20 player in the NBA right now. With that skill set, with that length, with that jump shot is
I don't have my swag on right now, okay? This is literally like my pajama stuff, okay? I'm in my room, dude. Like, what? I'm at home. Like, if I'm going out, I can get drippy, all right? I can get drippy, but this isn't drippy.
absolutely beautiful. In San Antonio with that style, that kid, watch out.
Well, yeah, pajama hat. Okay, screw you guys, man.
This is no stray at all. I think Chet Holmgren is a very good player, and I know there's been this comparison amongst those two, but I will tell you, I think there's a gap in between Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama.
We already went over this this video, so maybe we should skip it. Wait.
Victor Wembanyama is just MVP of the league.
Players on this couch. Is Wemby a top 20 player in the league right now?
Before we answer that,
I wish that they. Okay, actually, I want to hear them because I do have a thought on this.
though, before they can win MVP, they got to win more games. They got the same record as with Wemby and without Wemby. They got to win more before we put him in that category.
That's down the road.
He said in the next couple.
He said 2 years, 3 years. No, they gonna go from winning 18 games, 50 games.
With Wemby, without Wemby, no context of the team that we had last season, big chunk of our season last season, we're a lot of veterans that were kind of propping us up just a little bit, maybe, possibly, maybe that's why the record's the same. Good God, dude. Who keeps up with anything? They just talk. No one keeps up with the Spurs. They don't know.
Next 2 years, if that happens, then yeah, but they got to win more. The stats without the winning.
Facts.
Agreed.
No, I'm just,
That's such a random question, but that's an awesome question. That really shows what this channel is, all right? We're not just Spurs. Yo, Clan, what's your take on Gohan humbling Goku? I haven't read it. I did see the panel. I'm for it. I have to read up to it, though. I just started the superhero arc. Sorry, everybody. Yeah.
I'm thinking he's saying when the winning come, if they win 50-something games, he'll be.
If he do all this again next year and they still are in lottery contention, I don't want to hear no.
If he do
I don't
this
wanna hear
next year, no, if he do the same thing next year and they win 60 games, is he MVP?
60?
Yeah.
It's unanimous.
Okay.
60? What are we talking about?
But is that going to happen? When you ever seen that happen?
It's an if.
18 wins to 60 wins, when that happened?
It happened to San Antonio the year. That's
David Robinson, and then they got them
the Lakers when they got Bird. And most of
Nah, Bird, it happened when Bird, his rookie year, yeah.
most of our legends.
That shirt is actually outrageous. It's an AI generated shirt, dude. What are we doing? It's not cool. There's nothing cool about that. What would be cooler if it was just Kenny, just like normal. Keep the background the same because I do like the background. Whatever, I'll deal with that. And just have Kenny. Just have Kenny. It's just Kenny. That would look cool. This isn't cool. And then I don't know. I think his chain is making it worse. There's 2 chains going on. I don't like it.
Most of the legends who were #1 picks and they got the championship, that's kind of like what happened.
Swag.
Bird did that. It was like 18 and 16.
18 and 16,
His rookie year, they were
one pick.
61 and like 18.
Because the year before that, they were that team, and then they just had a bad year, injuries and stuff, and boom.
Wemby is like that top 20.
You don't think it's top 20?
I don't know.
Top 20 in the
I think
NBA
it's
right
arguable.
now.
I think it's arguable.
Right at this very
Or
moment.
you think it should be further or closer?
No, 20 is.
Top hardest shirts I've seen. That's pathetic. I'm gonna show you. Hold on. I'm gonna show you a shirt that's hard that I got in my closet. All right. We talking about graphic tees. I have nothing against graphic tees. I'll show you something that's dope. All right.
Good. I don't think he should be higher than that.
Keep it simple.
I don't.
Do you think it's top
Like
15?
he's not top 10 or top
No.
15.
Is he better
You
than
don't think
Bam?
it's top 15?
Is he better than Bam?
Come on.
Statistically, statistically he is. Statistically he is.
I ain't asked you about no stats.
No, that's his friend. So you got to get.
No, it's not that.
He got to get past the friend.
Is he better than? Okay. All right. I'll just give you my opinion. I think Wembanyama is by far. I mean, possibly in the top 25. Let's see. Top players. Let's see. I think he could possibly be in the top 25. But I think if you put him in the 20 range, and Draymond was just saying something. You know, he was just saying, just right off the top. I don't think he actually went and looked at the list of the best players in the NBA. You know, it's just kind of a vibe he has, which is fine. You know, we all have our vibes. and I'm gonna be okay, you know, since it's Spurs related. But let's see here. So Nikola Jokic, he's not better than him. Not better than Giannis. Nope. 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 So now we're at 11. Nope. Nope. By the way, I don't agree with the order of this list. I'm just saying who Wemby isn't better than. No. 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 Oh gosh. Actually, this is tough. Is he better than Paul George? I don't think so. Is he? I feel like that's disrespectful. I don't want to be disrespectful. Is he better than Paul George? Paul George is tricky to evaluate. That's a tough one. Hold on. Let me see. So thus far, I don't think he's better than any of these. Well, Jamal Murray. Is he better than Jamal Murray? All right. We'll need 2 players to fill in for Jamal Murray and Paul George because I'm not 100% sure there. I think Sabonis right now is a better player than Wemby. Okay, so we can fit him in that spot. Now we're at 20. They got Wemby at 24 right here. Oh gosh, I want to put Dame in that top 20, but dang, dude, I don't know. Dame is Are y'all forgetting Wemby's the best defender in the league while being good offensively? No. I agree with you. I completely agree with you. Like, defense definitely plays a part. I'm just saying these players that they've named are so good offensively. I mean, Steph Curry is so freaking good offensively till it's like, you know, what's defense, you know? This is tough, actually. I was very confident in saying he's not top 20. But now I don't know. Let's see. Is there any Zion? Would you guys say Zion Williamson is better than Wemby? I don't think we'll say Trey. Is Trey Young better than Wemby? Is Kyrie better than Wemby? See, is Ja better than? See, that's the thing. Okay. I think Ja Morant. I think Ja Morant's a better player than Wemby right now. No? Huh. I'm trying my best not to post-talk justify how I feel about this. Health matters. Gosh, are we really going to say Wemby's not better than Ja? I mean, I've seen some insane Ja Morant performances in the playoffs. Yeah, well, you're right, though. You got to be healthy. Where's Chet? Oh, gosh. We can find him in a minute. Oh, there he is. He's 38. I think Paolo's better than Wemby. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Maybe we won't agree on Ja. I think Paolo Banchero's better than Wemby. So, in my opinion, I would put Paolo. See, because they got Wemby over Paolo. I would put Paolo in the top 20, and I would stick Sabonis in the top 20. And now Wemby is round 21. I think Wemby's a top 25 player for sure. Yeah, we can't say Banchero's not better than. Are we? Paolo's just ahead of Wemby, not better. Okay, well, this is all contextual, right? Look, when it's all said and done, guys, in the next few years, I expect Wemby to be like in the top 3. Okay, I mean, in the next like 2 or 3 years, I wouldn't be surprised if Wemby's 1. Okay, we're not talking about, you know, who's further ahead than anybody. I'm just saying right now, Paolo is better than Wemby. I'm gonna put Wemby around 22, 23. I think it's kind of insane they got Paolo Banchero so low, honestly. That's a little disrespectful. Let me see. Is there anyone else that stands out that's ridiculously low? I feel like Jalen Williams is appropriate. Let's see. No, I think everyone else is pretty appropriate. Yeah, they're not missing anybody. Okay. Debatable top 15. Whoa, his defense skill is underrated at these lists, which makes people knock him down. Top 15 debatable is crazy though, because these guys offensively are so good. I don't know, man. I understand what you're saying though. He's better than all of them defensively, But offensively, I've watched Wemby enough to know he got a lot to work on. You know, like he'll turn the ball over at a pretty tough, rough clip. He's nowhere near where he needs to be as far as handling double teams. He can get really sloppy. He can start to settle. He needs better conditioning because he gets tired pretty quickly on the offensive end. I just can't sit there and just be like, oh yeah, he's top 15. I just can't do it. If you look at all around defense, offense, passing, playing off ball, he's definitely top 15. Okay, can I at least say he's top? Just say he's one. He's number one in the league as far as potential. Okay, number one in the league. He's one. He's one. No one has more potential than Wemby. It's just we're saying right now. I don't know. Top 15's tough, man. Certain guys that you're kicking out of it that I'm just like, I don't know. I'm gonna go 22. Which is still insane. He's a rookie, by the way. Like, and he's like super young. It's not like he went to college for a few years. It's not like a Jordan situation or a Duncan situation where he's been in college and he comes into the league. So still stupid impressive.
It's stat man.
Yeah, I ain't that stat man.
I don't talk
I'll
stat.
talk basketball.
Is he better than Bam?
He has to get past the friend part, and then once he unlocks past the friend, then we can
People will call me. Oh, Bam will call me.
He might be. He might be.
I just wanted to know that. Does he consider Bam top 15?
No, top 20. I said Bam top 20. I
You
didn't
said
say
17, 18, right?
I just said he top 20, top 25. I always say.
After looking at that list, Bam is not top 20, in my opinion. Sabonis is so underrated. Yeah, that's why I went ahead and put Sabonis in there. Like, Sabonis is really good. He's really good.
Bam top 20.
Rashad, is Wemby a top 20 player in the
Absolutely.
NBA?
Yeah.
He's top 20 right
His
now.
basketball IQ is insane.
Okay. Why do you feel like Wemby's a top 20 player in the league at this very moment?
Shit, he got all the potential. He got all the skill sets. He just got an old motherfucker holding him back and some hating ass teammates. We would be considering him generational.
He is generational.
No. I'm saying like generational.
What? What is he talking? He got old. What are you talking about? And hating teammates. Man, the narrativizing is crazy. He just got some hating teammates. Yeah, they just hating on him. Yeah, they just hate. They are going to jeopardize their chances of winning and jeopardize their careers by purposefully not giving Wemby the ball. They are really going to risk. They are going to risk it all because that's how much they hate Wemby. That's insane. These are professionals. If they missed Wemby, they genuinely missed Wemby. It's not some gripe they have against them. These guys love Wemby. You can tell. Good God. Just say whatever. He doesn't watch Spurs games. They aren't selfish. They just genuinely aren't good playmakers. Exactly. What old? I have no idea. He's just saying things. He got old. I have no idea. Pop? I guess Pop's hating on Wemby too.
To a point where it's like we never seen this happen this fast. If the teammates was literally buying into his talent and the coach would sit his ass up in the stands,
Man, they wouldn't win no matter what.
it ain't about winning.
Chat. How often does Pop sit players when they screw up? If he would just bench them, yeah, just bench them, and that would handle all this. What are we talking about? He constantly benches players if they're not playing to their potential. He does it all the time. He just did it the other night with Keldon. Keldon screwed up. He sat him down. He talked to him. And he said, "All right, get back in the game." He does it all the time. He punishes you all the time if you're not doing what you need to do. What are we talking about? Clan fault for airing this, dude. This is Gilbert Arena. It has 115,000 views. You think I'm doing anything? Come on now. He has 552,000 subscribers, and they put this out here. Don't get mad at me. This is crazy.
Right now, I said potential. The potential of him being considered this guy doing all this type of shit right now with the skill set and the.
So winning don't count to nothing to being that high,
Right
top
now-
20, top 15?
Right now, with the team they got, it ain't no way they can win. That's why that coach need to go sit his ass over there and let this player play, so he learned the game.
When you say that,
What are we talking? Oh my God! How did this become a Popovich hate drain? What are we talking about? Pop literally just gives Wemby the ball and says, "Go to work." The other game, I can't even count up. God, I can't even count on my hands how many times Pop called for ISOs for Wemby. What are we talking about? Pop bench Wemby and he said he had no problem going to Austin. I remember that. Yeah, Wemby was like, I would go to Austin. I just want to get better. That's crazy. He's like, I want to be coached hard. Meanwhile, Wemby's like, I love my coach and I love the way he coaches me. And then this guy is just like, it's all Pop's fault. Fire him. Let Wemby take over so they can win a championship. What are we talking about?
I know when Luka and when Zion came, it was big change.
The jigsaw killer.
He don't like Pop. I forgot he don't like Pop.
Nah, he just be setting them elaborate traps. He trapping this nigga Wemby. He got him in the.
He letting him rock.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like, he's letting Wemby play.
He letting him rock,
He's
bro.
letting him rock.
No, he not.
I mean, on the time. I mean, he's
not.
He hasn't watched one game. This is so infuriating.
He's only playing 29 minutes, so
that's the investment part. That's from upstairs. Like, make sure he don't be hurt.
Right.
All that.
I want to hear all that.
People don't want to hear that.
You have to accept that.
That's the player on.
Yeah.
That the player is sitting.
Nah, that's coming from up top. Make sure he get to that 4th year for that extension. Make sure he gets
fuck all that. He's first year in here. Man, we need to bring all the morale into this team. Let this motherfucker. And look,
He's just talking. Can we skip?
Run the offense. That ain't him getting the ball.
Nope.
when we pay live, a lot of
Every
times
time
you
he
get
talk, we're
live,
gonna
they're not
skip.
throwing it to him, but you don't want him to suffer foot injury, landing traffic.
Why you playing? Don't put him
Nope,
towards
nope.
him.
What are you averaging? What's the splits right now?
Nope, he talked again.
That's almost identical. Other
Like,
than 3 blocks.
for 29 minutes.
That goes up.
Oh, he
You gotta
talked.
throw that.
They young, no, you're young.
He's learning the game.
Yeah, he top 20. So I gotta solidify him.
Do you think?
Oh, is he talking?
Like,
Oh wait, that was good.
Solidified.
like when he said he's like far away from Chet.
He said there's a gap. He didn't say
big
far.
gap.
There's a gap.
I know somebody else who said that there was a big gap between Wemby and Chet.
This has nothing to do with numbers.
There is easily he's better. Yeah, there is a big gap. Yeah, actually.
This is just talent.
And
The
Washington.
talent level is not even. This is not even a close thing. This is not even a close thing. Like, one is just super, just his instincts come in, you round it back. The things that you're seeing him do, he's unlocked so much freedom.
It's possible for him to do anything.
Yeah.
There's no impossibility with
And this is what I used to say about coaches. He is the definition of a pit bull that never had a leash on him. He's never had a leash on him. So when he looks at the game and he's playing a game, his brain has no cap. There's no narrow-minded of how to play. There's no one that's play the right way, and he's sitting there being scared.
He's unlocking that, though. Pop ain't putting no leash on his.
Yeah, he's unlocking.
Because he got him in the fucking gate.
Nah, this man doesn't.
I forgot to skip. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I gave him. I had a little ounce of me said he's gonna say something that resembles a decent argument, and I completely overestimated him. I am so sorry. I really thought that one brain cell when it comes to the San Antonio Spurs was going to work hard for this one, and it did not. Not saying that the man is dumb or anything, but when it comes to the Spurs, he's dumb. Oh my goodness, dude.
Think about it.
He shoot threes, he handle the ball.
Think about the moves we done seen him try. But he done.
Sam got it that much. Like,
You guys see what I'm talking about though? Like how Gilbert Arenas is like really good when it comes to the Spurs. Like his takes are really good when it comes to Spurs, specifically Wemby. Yeah, he goes against a lot of this.
Nutmeg
You heard it.
Nah.
Come on out here. Come on. I got you.
Who's speaking truth? Wait, who are we talking about? Are we talking about Gilbert? I think you're talking about Gilbert. You have to be talking about Gilbert. He said he's speaking truth, and I don't even like the guy. You got to be talking about Gilbert Arenas. If you think that this guy is speaking truth, dude, I don't know what to tell you, man. He's literally... He hasn't watched one Spurs game. This is the most casual of arguments. Oh, the narrative of Pop's keeping him in a leash. How? Can you explain it? Can you give me an example of how Pop is keeping a leash on Wemby? Do you have any example of this? Because we got 50 million Wemby highlights that says otherwise, and we don't have Pop on the sidelines looking angry that Wemby just did a behind the back behind the back hezzy Euro step with his eyes closed. Like he's not saying anything. Who's keeping him on a leash? What are we talking about? Pop is doing nothing but teaching him. He's also not that hard on Wemby, I don't think. I think he is like in practice and stuff, but I haven't really seen it during games. He's much harder on other guys.
Doing his gate.
Nah, he nutmeg somebody.
Oh, is McCann Steven Jackson's friend? Okay.
Don't you finish, bro?
Don't you fucking do it.
You know damn well.
Timeout. Put you in that motherfucker.
He's so full of it, dude. This is just narrativizing. This is nonsense. He's not saying anything. He hasn't watched one Spurs game, mind you. Hey, Clan, I just watched some of this video, and McCants is absolutely 1,000% right. Point blank, period. Jesus, guys. I don't know what to tell you, man. Nah, he just benches him when he's hot, and he doesn't bench or scold players when they skip Wemby. I don't know what to tell you. We're not watching the same games. They do go by, obviously they do go by a specific rotation in which Wemby has to come out of the game. He has to get a certain amount of minutes, whatnot. That's actually been lifted a little bit. But keep in mind, the whole thing with Wemby coming out of games with his minutes is he was on a minutes restriction for a big chunk of the season, and that had nothing to do with Pop. That was actually the doctor saying, yeah, he can only play this amount of games. And Pop's not going to go against that because you don't want to get him injured, right? Like, that's it. Also, you have literally Wemby saying he loved to be coached and he's loved how he's been coached. So I don't know what to tell you. At this point, you're just fighting with air. You're just fighting with yourself. I don't know.
Because, if they would have, after the nutmeg, if he would have been handicapped, we would have done seen.
Pop is obvious.
So timid
if it was unsuccessful.
That's true. And then Wemby does get, like, tired really quickly, by the way. He's not... Yeah, Wemby... It's not like Wemby can play, like, 40-ish minutes. Like, he gets tired. He's getting better, but he gets really tired.
No.
If the nutmeg was unsuccessful, he'd have been, yeah. But
and a lot of times, too, if you're paying attention, Wemby will ask out of the game, by the way. It's not just Pop taking him out. Wemby will ask out of the game.
That he can pull it off and he can get that. It's like you can't put the nigga in the doghouse.
You can't. How many people got...
Wemby is far past the potential of being being what? Tired? He's past the potential of being tired? Is that what you're saying? They're like... I think you took the alien nickname way too literal.
Got put in a doghouse doing
not
stuff.
When you're 7'4".
Yeah.
Popovich has enough pedigree. Yeah,
you would think that he's done.
No, I know
can do whatever.
I know what type of coach it is that's putting this type of restriction without everyone seeing it. But it's a mental restriction.
It's a mental restriction. You just can't see it. It's just in his brain. It's spiritual. It's something else going on. It's some witchcraft going on. You can't see it. I know you guys see on the court that he's getting 33 points, 16 rebounds, and 7 blocks in a game and 7 assists. And I know statistically it looks like he's playing free, but mentally he's in a prison. He's in his own zone that Popovich put him in. He's in a whole nother dimension right now that you just can't see. What are we talking about?
Oh, we're seeing
the
it.
restriction?
Because we're seeing him do anything he wants.
So he's doing literally whatever he
anything he wants.
What more could he want to do?
Play more.
Play more. By the way, keep in mind, if Wemby, it doesn't matter what Wemby does, he will still be angry. Like, if Wemby played 40 minutes, he would complain that they're losing. Or he will say that, wow, Pop doesn't give him any rest. He's obviously tired. This is the type of person that he's going to, like, post-talk justify every single point he has. There's nothing you can say to him. They're arguing with nothing right now. He's not listening, talking to a brick wall. His only argument is, I hate Pop. If this was a whole different coach, he wouldn't be saying this. If it was the exact same situation, but the coach name wasn't Popovich, he wouldn't say any of this. This is all nonsense. He's not saying anything. This is dumb. If you agree with him, I don't know what to tell you. You just have your own bias when it comes to this.
That's out of his hands. That's out of his hands.
Clan, I was talking about McCants. Didn't you say McCants speaking facts? I have no idea what you're talking about now. Yeah, I disagree with you. What?
asked what more could he want to do. He want to play more.
Yeah, but that's out of his
It ain't
control.
got nothing, I'm telling you what he would want to do. I want to play more so I can do more.
So you're doing more.
No, I'm
Yeah, well, every player wants to play, 82 hours a game. Let's see. Ruru said Wemby is the only Spur that can play freely and pretty much do whatever he wants. Zero saw somebody call Vic the hybrid of David and Manu. That's kind of true. Yeah. We could have been winning games. Yes. With this roster, Spurs would be a playoff team if we had a different coach. Yes. Sure. Of course. Yeah. We could be winning games and we would be like way better than we are right now. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Look, honestly, I don't really know what to say because Wemby, if you're talking about the minutes restriction, what do you do? Honestly, like what do you do? He was on a minutes restriction. What do we do?
I want to restriction where we're like, you don't shoot the
It's
ball.
not restricting his game.
I want to do more.
But it's not
Because if
restricting
you
his
allow me to do more, maybe we have a better chance of winning.
If I allow you to do more, history has shown every
What's
player.
there more to do? There's not more to do. This is a long segment. I'm done. I can't keep going with this. This is too much. We could have 25 wins by now. Whoa. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, I guess. I just know this roster isn't that good, so I don't really know. We have no backup center at all. We have no defensive wings. We have Devin Vassell, who's a decent defender, but he's not like a point of attack defender or anything. We have an extraordinarily young team, the youngest team in the NBA. Like, I don't know. Got to be trolling. I think Sam is trolling. 25 wins means nothing if we ain't making the playoffs. It only hurts us for having a top pick. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Look, sometimes you gotta look at things outside of the record. Does the record suck? Yeah, it sucks bad. All right, I'm not happy with the record. It sucks. But at the same time, I've seen this team grow, and we can see it in the analytics as well. They are improving. They are getting better. And a lot of these showings that they've had, I've actually been shocked that they've come away with some of these wins with the type of roster we have. I mean, just being honest with you, it's short of a miracle, some of these games that they've managed to win. Honestly. And it's a lot of showings too where they're competing. They're competing every single night, which is insane. There's been so many games where the Spurs, it gets away from them. We don't have a good enough defense, but somehow, some way, Pop has set them up in a way where they were able to come back in these games. Very impressive stuff. But hey, when you're losing, no one really cares. And if you already had a bias towards Pop, you can kind of roll on it or roll with it, and no one will question it. So I guess there's that. All right, let's see here. Oh, that was terrible. Thank you, Most Famous, for sending me that, but that was sheesh. That was gosh, boy. Oh boy, that was terrible. As Mickey Mouse would say, oh boy. Let's see. Clan, off topic, but did you hear about Derek White's first triple-double today? The Celtics should be grateful Pop turned him into a star. He had his first triple-double? I'm actually shocked he had his first triple-double. That's pretty good, though. That's pretty cool. On Gilbert Arenas podcast, they have had some terrible takes. Can't watch it. Well, usually Gilbert has good takes when it comes to the Spurs, so there's that at least, right? Oh, I know what I was going to go over. Hold on. Yeah, I knew what I was going to go over. I forgot for a minute. Let's see. It's official. Let's see. I completely forgot about this. All right, so guys, what I'm thinking is we should go over quite a few of these. So I wanted to go over Vic's post game against the Nuggets because this was one that was pretty popular that I didn't get a chance to look over. And then I was thinking that we could go ahead and just do the 3 after the Brooklyn Nets. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Yes, we are. Yes, we are gonna do that. Yes, we are. So I wanted to look at this one because it was very popular. I didn't get a chance to look at it at all. I've only heard a few quotes, just a couple quotes from it that I thought were pretty telling. But this is against Denver Nuggets, so this is actually after Wemby faced Jokic, and he didn't have a great showing by any means. Well, not by his standard. So I definitely want to see what he had to say there. And we'll also do some videos on some of these other ones that we did not keep up with, because we have not been watching a lot of post-game interviews, because usually when we go live, it takes forever for these to be uploaded for us to even go over them. So this might be pretty interesting to see, and maybe closed captions is on as well. Now, before we get into that, really quickly, I want to bring something up. If you guys, hold on, here we go. There we go. Anyways, if you guys want to support the channel, this is a way of doing so. So big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video, this live stream for the entirety actually of this season. And if you guys are interested, if you go to the link in my description, you'll receive 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits. What does that mean? You put in $100, you get $125 to play with. That's $225 right there. And it's up to $2,500. Just use promo code JOIN125, link below in the description. But one thing that I found interesting, we actually talked about it a little earlier, is NBA specials. And I absolutely love these. So you can see here one bet that's a really good one. Victor Wembanyama to record a quadruple double in 23-24 season. If you're gonna go with yes, the money line 4,000, and total risk you can only go up to 10, but you will get $400. So that is what you could potentially make from that wager. So if you guys are interested, link in my description. Please use promo code JOIN125, and like I said, you'll receive 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits as long as you use that promo code. You go through my link. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this wonderful showing here. Man, listen, that Louis V Fiesta is so hard. Guys, we got to talk about fashion, all right? You think this is hard? Guys, I don't know, man. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I mean, I know I'm new to the fashion game. Okay, it's sped up like I want it to be. I know I'm new to the fashion game, okay? And obviously right now, this is not fashion. This is literally, I'm just chilling in my house, okay? I'm just animate up. I don't care. But I've been really working on my fashion, really working on my wardrobe, spent way too much money on wardrobe recently. And I don't think this is swag. I don't. It's just a symbol. It's like, it's just that you got Louis Vuitton. Like, that's it. It's just you got Louis. I wonder if people would actually like it if the LV wasn't on it. You have no drip. I have drip, okay? I got some drip. I do. I completely forgot to show you guys my graphic tees from the last. Yeah, I totally forgot. You let me forget. I got drip.
Controlling the pace of the game, never being in a hurry, and making his teammates better.
On the first possession of the game, he tried to back you down and you blocked him. Did you notice that he made any adjustments from there when he got in that situation again?
From this situation, not necessarily, but from other things, yeah. And
I guess my problem is I just don't like things as gaudy. Is that the thing? That's the only thing. I just don't like things as gaudy.
That surprised me, you know. He read our he read our defense in a specific situation. And
You guys can't hear this.
Destroyed us for some time.
Pop mentioned that maybe you guys gave him a little bit too much respect at the beginning, and hence, them getting out to a big lead. Did you kind of see it that way?
Yeah, maybe. Gotta watch the game again, but I think it's true.
Was it maybe not just them, but the environment being up here and the whole deal? Maybe that play into just kind of a different element altogether.
I don't know. I don't know. We were just as motivated.
I will say, I do like his necklace. That is drip. All right.
It is every game, but I think we gave him too much respect.
Did it feel like a home game? What'd you make of the atmosphere just playing?
Yeah, felt like a home game. Yeah.
How often have you been up to Austin?
This is fire. It's not just the LV. Is that the custom Fiesta colorway? Is this? This seems. This doesn't seem. Is it the Spurs colorway? I mean, there's a lot of green in it. Is this? It's like you're vaguely gesturing at the Fiesta with the gold chain. I do like the gold chain, Ruru. I said I like the gold chain.
First time. This is my second time. We've been here in the preseason with the team.
Victor, how much does the responsibility of kind of continuing to be an ambassador for this team, whether it's people asking you about Austin, maybe having to come in here an hour after another loss, is that weighing on you in any way, or are you embracing all of that kind of off the court responsibility?
It's kind of a two-edged sword because it's of course it's mentally tiring, but and I mean it's hard also to stay polite every day and stuff.
Oh, is our Fiesta colorway got green in it? Okay, I have to go back and look at it. I didn't. If that's the case, then I will give it a pass. I wouldn't wear it though.
But it's part of the job, and also it allows me to make to give some messages.
It is, bro. Okay.
That are important to me.
I digress.
To defend my teammates, so it's also very useful. So it's part of the job.
Do you remember the day before the draft in New York when you said at that hotel when you said you wanted to be the best at the press conference?
Mm-hmm.
Is that still a goal of yours?
Of course, it can only help me in my life, and the bad things can only hurt me. So I still do.
Said the other day that everything's on the table as far as improving the team, trades, free agency, everything.
Jokic said Wemby was talented. Jokic also said Chet needs to be fatter. Dang. Really?
Would you like to see that happen sooner rather than later?
Of course, yeah. It's more and more I'm part of the the strategy for the future, and
oh wait, I missed something. Hold on.
More and more.
Sooner rather than later, team, trades, free agency, everything. Would you like to see things on the table as far as improving the team, trades, free agency, everything? Would you like to see that happen sooner rather than later?
Oh, I can't believe this didn't blow up. Okay, I'm really shocked this didn't blow up. That was definitely a leading question, sort of. He packed on the question that made it tough to answer. So he basically asked, do you want some changes in free agency? Some guys that are available like Trey, and I'm assuming he's Trey Young. I am shocked that this didn't blow up. Huh.
Of course, yeah. It's more and more I'm part of the the strategy for the future, and it's tricky, So as I learned throughout the year more and more about how it actually works, it felt like it's a big challenge for the front offices to to not screw everything up and to build something for the future. So it's of course I'm eager to to win, but it's at the same time we have to be patient and trust the process. But of course it's.
What these people that say Wemby's gonna leave after the season or whatever, those really dumb comments. Why don't they take this and run with this? He said he has to be patient. Obviously he's eager, but he has to be patient. He understands that it's really tough for front office. Wemby, let me say this, okay? Let me just be transparent with this. Wemby is one of those players that he's so honest to the point where sometimes I'm sitting back and I'm like, do not answer this question directly, because how people are going to run with certain things, but he's honest. I don't think there's been one time where I listened to Vic and I thought that he was genuinely being like disingenuous. I think it was like one time in which he was talking, and we went over this. I think he was talking about like a specific play, and he was like, "Yes, I don't remember." I think when he was waiting to dunk the ball or something, and he was obviously showboating a little bit, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know." But like you could tell that he was like really being, he was being a little bit of a little jerk there, right? Is facetious the word? I think facetious might be the word I'm looking for. But yeah, so he was definitely being, a little snarky there. But other than that, everything that he said, he's always been pretty honest. I remember even when he first got to San Antonio, or when he was in the summer league, he openly said, "Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing out there. Like, I was so confused. I have no idea." And like some guys will really be worried about their image there, but he wasn't. Like he will drop all ego and just tell the truth and be honest about every single thing. So I completely believe him when he says, "Yes, I am eager. Also, yes, I understand the process is complicated. Yes, I understand the plan. And yes, I am on board." That's what I'm getting from Wemby. I don't know why anybody would trip about this.
Our job is to make it happen as soon as possible.
Coming back on the game, it seems like Denver did a great job at getting you in foul trouble. How do you explain it, analyze it after the game?
What? Clan, did you notice at Rising Stars they spelled Wemby's name wrong during intros? He had an interview where he looked pissed and checked his name tag. The Spurs and NBA need to check that. First off, that's a while ago. Second, I did not know about that. No, suspended for the season? No, I think that's a fake tweet, dude. They're not suspended. They're not suspended. You're talking about Anthony Black, or yeah, Anthony Black and Grady. No, they're not suspended.
I think I did a couple mistakes in that regard, but yeah, I mean they didn't back down. They weren't scared of challenging me at the rim, so it's today it works, but it's this is where you see an experienced team. They try to hurt us in every area that they can.
There was a jet ball where it looked like Jokic was just chatting with you a little bit. What was he telling you at that moment?
Just some insights on the.
That was funny, but pause on that. That was so funny. That was such a good joke, dude. I didn't even catch it like at first. I was just like, "Oh, that's weird that they're jersey swapping." And then I jumped on Instagram like hours later and looked at the picture again because somebody just posted. I was like, "Oh wait, that's funny."
Not what not to do, on defense.
Like leaving your feet, that kind of thing. Well,
something, but I'll keep it to myself.
But he was giving you a little tutorial.
Yeah.
Do you get that a lot?
No, not a lot.
Yeah.
It's some guys, yeah, but not a lot.
Do you get trash talked at all?
Yeah, I mean some guys try, but yes. Yeah.
Who was the worst at it?
I mean,
Wemby, don't answer. Just don't answer. Just say, "I prefer not to answer." You don't have to answer, dude. I really hope Wemby talks too much. It was good that he kept that information from himself. They're wondering whether or not that was trash talk with the whole Jokic thing, which I think I can kind of read it either way. I have no idea. I don't know. Because Duncan would do that, but Duncan would do it in like a kind of a trash talky way. Oh gosh.
Barely, it doesn't happen very often, but there wasn't even one time that marked me or,
Yeah, none of it matters. There you go. That's an answer. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
It happens, but it's, I have other things to focus on.
Obviously, you're an enthusiastic student. I know you guys, the season's such a grind. Do you have time to study other players and see what?
Yeah, tell us everything, Vic. Vic, do you have a girlfriend, Vic? Vic, have you ever considered cheating on her? Vic, please answer the question.
How you can improve?
Of course, yeah. It's
Have you ever rubbernecked? Vic, have you ever rubbernecked while you were with your girlfriend? Please tell us. And Vic can answer too. Yes. Actually, last night we were in Kroger and I rubbernecked, to see. Like he would do it. He would answer in a heartbeat. I saw a baddie walk by, and yeah, he would do it.
And it's also something that the coaching staff does a great job at providing players with video analysis of.
Talking to the Vez. Did OJ do it, Vic? Oh yes, I talked to OJ. He definitely did it.
Us, but also other players. So it's something that I do regularly and that we do. So, I mean, it's a long season, but we got a lot of times in the plane, for example. So, it's something we can do.
Who do you enjoy watching?
Right now, I mean, Pop recently showed me some clips of Hakeem and.
Okay, y'all
Kevin
wildin',
McHale.
dude. Chill out.
So yeah, so it's I mean, he likes to show me from every era.
Jokic has said that he
You think he's
kind of
big?
feels like
He's
he
7'4".
sit down
Yes.
and enjoy what you're
He's
already
tall.
doing.
All right,
Is
now everybody
there
shut
an
up.
appreciation
Chill.
To get some sort of feedback from him on the court and just sort of knowing what he's already accomplished.
I know, bro.
You know, at the same time, somebody I want to compete against for years and give 100% against. But also someone I respect a lot, you know. So I hope it's gonna be great battles for the future, and you know, they might go back to back this year. So it's, you know, the whole project is very, very nice.
On take a couple in French, Maxime. Après des matchs comme celui-là, ça peut être plus.
Oh, it's in French. He's tall, clan. Yeah, exactly. I just got here and I see chat wild. Yeah, chat's wild. Okay. All right. I don't wanna like put anybody in timeout. All right. Don't make me put you in timeout. You guys have been great all night. You gotta chill a little bit, okay? Just chill a little bit. But yeah, anyways, good interview. I wonder though, was that trash talk or not? I don't think it was. It seemed like Vic didn't take it as that. But I don't know. He at least answered the question. He answered every question. I can't believe they asked him about who trash talked him the most. That's wild. That's a wild question. It's a question nonetheless, though. All right, let's see here. Let's see what we got here. Vic interviews are so freaking. Oh my goodness. Vic interviews go on forever. I don't want to talk bad about them, but they go on forever. They really do. They really do. All right. Here comes Victor Wembanyama. All right. Victor Wembanyama. Post-game interview. Brooklyn Nets. Let's just see what he had to say. This is after his 33 points, 16 rebounds, 7 blocks, and 7 assists. He's a rookie. Not over that. Skipping.
Of course, yeah.
What was the question?
Of course, yeah.
He looked tired.
Felt like we couldn't leave Austin without running one here.
Just what you're thinking during the review on the block, that was kind of the play that changed the game. Did you think you had it, or you didn't know what?
Yeah. I mean, I was pretty sure I had it, and I just asked the ref what he thought. Just casually asked what he thought was was wrong. He said backboard first, but I knew it was going to be good.
Vic, okay, is this like a controversial statement to say that I think Vic should complain to refs a little more? It's like I'm happy that he doesn't like cry, okay? Like I don't want Victor Wembanyama to be arguing with refs in the middle of a play necessarily. I don't want that, but there's a lot of times where I will see him where he'll just take it. He'll just take it on the chin. And it's like, dude, no, like that was pretty bad. That was pretty egregious. Like during timeout, you need to go up and talk. He does it quite often. You know, he talks to refs, especially before the game even starts. Great players do. But I was just like, man, sometimes, dude, you do need to like get onto them a little bit, at least after a dead ball. But a lot of times I see Wemby just kind of take it on the chin, you know. I don't know. I don't want him complaining to the degree of like LeBron or Luka, but I do think he needs to, talk to him a little bit more. Just in my opinion. That's just me sitting at home watching. All right. Clan, your thoughts on Reed Shepherd? Thus far, once again, one of those players I have to look way more into, but he just feels like another name Spurs fans are throwing out there, like I don't really see it as far as if we have like a top 3 pick to go after Reed Shepherd. I don't think that's a good idea. It's same thing with Topic. I just feel like it's another name that, people are just excited about right now, but I don't think so. bro is 50% from three and he's a defensive presence. I just, from what I've seen, I don't know. Overhyped how? Oh, you're talking to someone in the chat.
So one time you were able to get free chance to
Yeah, I mean it's just that moment. It finally paid out. Our efforts of the game. Doing the efforts, hitting guys on screens, rolling hard, and being aggressive and making shots for Dev. So they had to make a choice. Dev made the perfect read, and it just shows our progress.
Hello, Mark. Wemmy's exhausted.
I love it. I think it's the moment, those moments where we progress the most. Where we get better rather than any other moment in the game. So it's really, really enjoyable, but especially when you win.
Devin also set you up for a while late in regulation. Is the chemistry between you two guys the best it's been all season?
Yeah, it's like everything. There's ups and downs, but it's looking back, it's always been getting better through the year. So it's positive, and today was a good day.
I gotta say, today was a good day.
Got blocked by the blackboard. I haven't done this often, but it happens.
We talked about.
Are they talking about the reverse dunk? That reverse dunk was sick.
Your production throughout the season, making the stat lines that you managed to put up, another 7 blocks, 7 assists to go with the 31 and 16 tonight. Just wondering, as you go through the season, obviously there's progression, right? You're more comfortable.
I want to say this, by the way. Like, I know we talk bad about reporters all the time, which we shouldn't. Sometimes we shouldn't. But I'll say this: as far as like keeping up with like other reporters around the league, I think the Spurs have some of the best ones. Their questions sometimes kind of wild. They're never just like disrespectful. I feel like some franchises, theirs can get pretty disrespectful, especially New York ones. They're pretty tough. They're pretty tough.
But just wondering if you individually feel, these last couple of weeks, months, that you kind of hit another gear, or if the game's kind of coming a little easier for you.
Yeah, it's there's always steps, we try to.
Next year, it's going to be harder for Vic to draw fouls. The refs probably will let some of the physical touches slide. Even if that's the case, I think that actually works in Vic's favor, because the games in which he's looked pretty bad is the games in which he had to back off defensively because of being in foul trouble or because of getting like 2 insane fouls early on. So if he can be more physical, I think the other team is more in trouble than Vic would be. I just don't think like they're gonna hinder Vic that way. He can still just shoot over the top of most guys. I don't know. I think he'll still be successful in that regard. But we all know that offense is what he has to get better at, more than anything. And on top of it, so I think it helps his defense like crazy. But then when you look at the offensive end, at least he will be starting off his career with the NBA that is, allowing more physicality. So he'll have time to get used to that.
Looking back and looking like through the season, I can see our progression, but also my progression. And even though it feels like it's little by little every game, when you do it every day after a whole season, it adds up to something big. So this is stuff I wouldn't have been able to do in the first game, the season. But it's, I'm glad of the way we got better.
Do you allow yourself? Do you allow yourself to think? You've already come this far since October. Do you allow yourself to think where you could be? Just with your first NBA offseason under your belt. Just projecting out.
It's a day by day thing, but what's for sure is I'm not even close from being at my best. So it's I don't even see I don't see my progression stopping anytime soon. So it's good. It's good for the confidence, and it's
he's nowhere near where he's gonna. By the way, after this game, the stats were 33 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists, 7 blocks, and I'm nowhere near what I'm gonna do to this NBA league. I'm nowhere near.
No, there's a lot to correct, a lot to adjust.
How important was it for you to win here in Austin? It's a new growing fan base.
Very important to know. It's at the end of the day, it's
Austin is a growing fan base. I guess that's true, but like Austin people love San Antonio, right? Don't they?
Job, and we have to win. We want to win every game, but the energy was special here already last game. but it felt like the people, the fans here wanted to see us win, so I'm glad they had what they deserved.
Aw, that was sweet. That was a sweet way of saying that.
I mean, I'm looking forward to it very much. You know, obviously, it's going to be.
Should the Spurs shut down Wemby in April or just reduce his minutes back to 24-25? You should not shut down Wemby at all.
Probably, you know, the game or
The Spurs are already out of like playoff contention. Wouldn't you just shut them down now? I don't think you should shut him down at all.
Games who are
nor reduce his minutes.
Going to be very important for me. You know,
and also near the end of the season is when you will really want to play Wemby minutes because he's going to be going against guys that, you know, teams that are more than likely sitting their guys. I mean, allow him to get some more experience, you know, without having maybe the risk of extraordinarily physical play. You know, let him get the reps.
It's me coming back from where I come from, especially it might be, you know, in my city or around my city, so it's going to be very special. And also, it's going to allow me to see maybe my family in the middle of the season, which doesn't happen often. So it's great.
He love it. He love it. People live in San Antonio and commute to Austin for work. That's rough. I only rough because of traffic.
Yes, I mean, it's definitely something that I can reach and that I want to get as soon as possible. So yeah, I'm very focused on this. I don't know. I don't know. I think we have to, you know, have a better record than that for me to be able to claim that I'm at this level.
Victor, it's you and Rudy kind of like top two in the defensive player that you're voting. What's the difference between you and him defensively, you think?
You know, I think he's the difference.
The difference between him and Rudy defensively, the difference is I'm better. I'm him Wembanyama, and he's just Rudy Gobert. That's the answer I would give. Let's see what Wemby says.
It could show in the advanced stats, you know, but I would say I guard more,
better.
A bigger zone, but he guards more in intensively, you know, the paint. So it's we really both got our strengths and weaknesses.
So in other words, I can guard everyone, and he can just guard the paint. True, Wemby. Okay, now it's in French. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, he answered the question. What's the difference between me and you? About 5 bank accounts. Oh, dude. Oh, dude, we were in sync right there. What the heck? Yo, what the heck? About 5 bank accounts, 2 ounces, and 3 vehicles. I love Eminem's verse on that song. Dude, Eminem is great. I think you guys know I'm the biggest Eminem fan in the world. I think Eminem's the GOAT. I think he's the GOAT. I actually made a shirt recently. Hold on. You can't tell me that this isn't dope. You can't tell me. Oh wait, you can't see it. Yeah, you can't tell me that isn't dope. It's old school right there. Yeah. Hi, my name is. What? My name is. I love M&Ms. I love M&Ms too. You remember? Okay, this is like a little bit of lore. You guys remember when Nelly like talked bad about Eminem? I don't know if was he on BET 106 in Park. I don't know. He tried him though. He was like, they were like, well, you think you could battle Eminem or something? He was like, I eat M&Ms, and like Eminem immediately dissed him like really quickly on a song, and then Nelly just backed off. I think he even apologized. He was like, yeah, I don't want no part of that. Is that Skittles? That's funny. That's dope. You jumped on that so fast after I said that. What the heck? That's wild. Nah, no one wants smoke with him. All right, let's see here. Kind of sad you got Benzino sitting here trying to have smoke with him. It's kind of silly. A little silly at this point. Little silly Willie. He's a little silly Willie. Look what happened to MGK. Yes, look what happened to MGK. All right, okay. All right, guys. We're gonna listen to what Keldon Johnson had to say, okay? Some people seem to think that I hate Keldon Johnson for some reason. I don't. I like Keldon Johnson a lot. You know, I might be a little bit harsher on him, especially since he's the longest tenured Spur. But hey, it's all out of love, man. I do like him as a person for sure, and as a personality and as a teammate. I think he's a great teammate to his guys. So, and I think he's a good leader too. So there's that. Beldon Bonson, yes, I have no idea why you said Beldon Bonson, but yeah. But yes. All right, so let's talk about Keldon Johnson. Now, before we do, if you guys would like to support the channel, there's plenty of ways to do so, but here's one in particular. So big shout out to today's sponsor and sponsor of this live stream and sponsor of this channel for the majority of the channel. For the majority of this season, the whole duration of the season even. BetUS, big shout out to them. If you guys want to try out BetUS, there's so many different things you can bet on. There's sports books, live betting. You can do football, basketball, ice hockey. If you're interested at all, link in my description. You'll receive 125% bonus. What does that mean? That means you put in $100, you get $125 to play with. So that is $225 right there, up to $2,500 on your first 3 deposits. All you have to do is use promo code JOIN125. Now, one that I found interesting, okay, is if we go here to NBA specials, because I love these NBA specials, it is Victor Wembanyama to record a quadruple double in 23-24. So if you're wondering what your odds are on that, well, if you risk 10, that is $400 right there to play with. So from there, you would just place your bets. But yeah, so put in 10, $400 is the complete winning of that. So really simple stuff. And if you are interested, link in my description. Just use promo code JOIN125. But once again, a big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video and this live stream. All right, let's go ahead and jump into what Keldon Johnson had to say. All right, Keldon, what do you have to say? All right, he had a great meme for us, by the way, when he did the whole Go Spurs Go thing during the end of the game. So let's see what he has to say, though.
Hey, Taylor.
What was the feeling like just to pull that one out the way you did with the down to the wire overtime and all that stuff?
It definitely feel good to close out games, and we came back from a deficit.
Love you, Clan. I just saw that. Love you too, man.
We stayed together, and it went into overtime, and we still pulled it out. So, I was happy. I feel like it was a really good win. So.
You guys were down by 10, and then Jeremy drew the flagrant foul on Sharp. That ended up being a 5-point possession. Do you feel like that was a big momentum switch shift at that moment?
I guess you could say that we gained some momentum. It kind of, put us on edge a little bit, and then, we just turned it up from there.
Pop said coming back from the stomach bug last game, you might have been a little sluggish, but what about tonight?
He's like, nah, man, Pop don't know what he's talking about. Pop old. That's what Keldon's going to say. Watch.
Back to full energy.
No, I was ready to go tonight. Definitely first game back, that first half.
He didn't say what I thought he was going to say.
It felt a little weird, but, there's no excuses. I feel like I went out there and played, and obviously I could have did better for my team. So tonight, I came in ready to go, locked in from the jump as soon as I touched the court, and just try to put us in the best position, do my job for my coaches and my teammates so it can put us in position to win.
How are you guys down the stretch?
I wonder if if the Spurs were to keep Keldon, I wonder if he would be better if you got better players around it. Because when he is just genuinely just doing what's asked and he's not doing too much as far as okay, now I need to create, or now instead of passing it or even thinking about passing, I'm just gonna have tunnel vision, I'm gonna take over right now. I don't know, I just wonder if he has more talent around him that he possibly wouldn't feel the need to do that. But then he's kind of done this since he was with Kentucky. I don't know. It might just be a part of his game now. I just wonder that. I think the fact that he has to lead the bench unit, which technically we really run through Zach Collins, but him having to lead an entire bench unit might be a little bit much. But hey, hands you're dealt.
Huh?
How much that Aussie crowd? How are you down the stretch?
Oh, it was electric, man. I mean, I feel like the past 2 years, whether we in Austin or San Antonio, you know, it's really, you know, big, and you know, they really boost us to get over that edge. And you know, every time we just step foot in.
Clan, how do I send you some dollars? I guess a super chat. I actually don't know how to super chat. I did it one time with a YouTuber a long time ago, and I don't recall what it looks like anymore. I'm sorry.
In Moody or in Frost, it's just a crazy atmosphere.
The offensive execution you guys had in overtime, you know, you needed big buckets, got the lob to Vic, got the layup to you. Is that a big sign of growth for this team to be able to execute in those situations?
Definitely, you know, the next step for us is just closing out games, and you know, we did that tonight, and hopefully we can build on that to finish out the season strong.
Kelvin, you mentioned you know, closing out games and of that nature. How hard is it, you know, to keep your composure during these kind of tough stretches and try to?
You said Devin wasn't gonna have a breakout season this year because he had last year and just didn't play enough to show it due to injury. You still feel the same way? Yeah, actually, like Devin was so good last year when he was actually able to like play. He's the same player I think that he was last season. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't know. That's just the eye test talking right now. But yeah, I stick by that. Like, you know, technically, I guess people can see this as a breakout season because he's getting so much playing time. You're seeing it so consistently now. But Devin was way better than I thought last season. That's when I was like, what the heck? He's way better than I thought he was. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, it just comes with growing as a player. I feel like, you know, I feel like I'm down the stretch. I'm in the game to, you know, do my job and make the right decisions. So if my teammates open, I hit that. If I'm open, then, you know, I just try to hit the big shot. So I feel like coming down the stretch is just growth.
Don't lie. I see you super chat fresh and fit. Oh my God. Oh my God. If you know anything about me, you even keep up with this channel, you know I would hate that type of content. Ah, disgusting, dude. Really, really just a cancer on society, those people. Oh my goodness, dude.
You know, you gotta really just be in those moments, and that's when the team really comes together.
Is Victor sort of taking a leadership role with the team? Do you see him kind of growing comfortable with that?
Oh wait, didn't McCann said like these are Hayden teammates, right? Like he said like all of them Hayden. So let's see if Kellen, look at his facial expression. He hates the thought of Wemby being a leader on this team. Yeah, he just hates it. He hates them so much. He hates Wemby so much. That's why he doesn't give him the ball, because he hates him.
I mean, Victor's Victor. You know, we have leaders on the team, and you know, he leads in his own way. Sometimes it's vocal, sometimes you know it's in other ways. But he's definitely one of the leaders on the team.
Thanks,
Okay, I actually didn't like that. Like unironically, I was joking at first. I actually didn't care for that answer. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being petty. Is that just me being petty, not liking that answer? I want to know what chat. I don't want to put anything in your head. Yeah, I was being super sarcastic before, but now it's like I didn't really like that answer. How do you guys feel about the answer? Like the question is, how do you feel about Wemby being the leader of this team? And he's kind of like, we got a lot of leaders on this team. I don't know, dude. I want to make sure I'm not, because I'm going to upload this video, and I know whenever it uploads, I'm sure the comments are going to go crazy. So I'm genuinely not trying to be a jerk here. Wemby, I'll give you my opinion, all right? From the outside looking in, Wemby isn't just one of the leaders. He's the leader of this team. I could be being petty. That's the thing. That's why I'm really leaving it up to other people to say how they felt about that comment. It's fine. Maybe it's just because I think so differently than this. Yeah, there's guys on the team that has leadership skills, right? Like, I think Keldon has leadership skills, right? I get it. I think Zach Collins has leadership skills. He has some leadership qualities. But to just be like, yeah, we got a lot of leaders. No, Wemby's the leader. Stupid to ask. Okay, maybe it was a dumb question then. Like, it was like no... You think it was no good way of answering it? Hold on, let's listen to it again.
We have I just try to hit the big shot. So I feel like
Is Victor sort of taking a leadership role with the team? Do you see him kind of growing comfortable with that?
I mean, Victor's Victor.
Wemby okay, hold on, one more time. Sorry.
Coming down the stretch is just growth. You know, you gotta really just be in those moments, and that's when the team really comes together.
Is Victor sort of taking a leadership role with the team? Do you see him kind of growing comfortable with that?
I mean,
is Wemby taking the leadership role, and do you see him becoming comfortable with that?
Victor's Victor. You know, we have leaders on the team, and you know he leads in his own way. Sometimes it's vocal, sometimes you know it's in other ways, but he's definitely one of the leaders on the team.
Thanks, Coach.
I don't know. I have no idea how to read this. Like, either you could just be looking way too into it to the point where, you know, it's just ridiculous to think he meant anything harmful from it, because I don't think he did. But then it's just, I don't know, I'm leaning closer to the side of a little oblivious. I don't know. Let me see. Let me read some of these comments. Seems like an odd response. He's well spoken, so I feel like he could have chose better words to not sort of bring down the idea of Wemby being a leader. Yeah, it was just kind of like, yeah, look, Victor's Victor. We have a lot of leaders. I don't know. Seems like that what we call delusion. He should know Spurs going to build around him and for him because it's his team. Well, it's like, it's obvious. Like, it's Wemby's team. Wemby's the leader of the team. I don't know. Let's see. Wemby said he leads by example. Okay. Not fully yet, but everyone know and should know he is the numero uno of the Spurs. He didn't deny Wemby being a leader. Don't think it's all bad. Okay. Wemby's still developing. He's probably established his leadership eventually. Okay. Ruru said nothing to read. He said Vic is Vic, but there are other leaders on the team. Okay. Like I said, you can read it where it's like, it's not that big a deal. You look ridiculous reading too into it. And I initially read it as, okay, that's a little, I mean, the question is focused in on Wemby. I don't know. You guys are right. I will give him the benefit of the doubt, and I will be charitable because Keldon Johnson is like a great guy, it seems. And he doesn't bring down his teammates or anything. And he's a good leader. So I don't think, maybe it was more of a propping up guys on the team for their leadership rather than bringing down Wemby for his, you know? But in my personal opinion, Wemby is by far the leader of this team. Like, easily the leader of this team. Ruru said Duncan was Duncan, but we still had other leaders on the team. No, Ruru. Everybody would just say Duncan's the leader of that team. I don't know if people would have. Like, I don't know. I don't know if anyone was like, yeah, well, Tony Parker's a leader, and Manu's a leader, and Patty's a leader. It's like, well, yeah, they have leadership qualities, but like, the leader of the team was Duncan. He's the one that kept everything together, by far. I don't know if they would have. I don't know if I can imagine Tony Parker, like they asking Tony Parker like about Duncan being the leader, and he's like, yeah, you know, we have lots of leaders on this team. I don't know if he would have said that. I don't know. It's Duncan. But then again, don't want to look too far into it. It's whatever. It's probably not that big a deal. To be honest, it took Duncan a few years to establish his leadership when he came in, since we had Robinson, Avery Johnson, etc. Oh, well, Avery Johnson was the initial leader of that team, for sure. I don't know. What is a leader? I guess I just see it as like somebody that you completely like lean on for emotional encouragement, you know, basketball wise. I don't know. Like the pinnacle. Like he's the pillar. He's the pillar. Makes everything go, right? I personally don't care for the whole like we have plenty of leaders thing, because I mean you can't have too many cooks in the kitchen, right? Like there's one person that cooks and everyone else kind of get in line. They can be leaders in their own right where they're helping each other out or whatnot. But like it'll be like looking at the Chicago Bulls and saying, yeah, there was Jordan, but then you had like other leaders. You know? Like you had Jordan, but everybody is plenty of leaders. Like, yeah, you had leaders. Like I think Steve Kerr, I mean, obviously now you can see it. Like Steve Kerr is a good leader, right? He has leadership qualities, but Jordan is the leader. He's the guy, right? When you got there, he's the guy. I guess I would see Avery Johnson as that because he was, you know, maybe he wasn't the most talented, you know, on the team, but he was by far the one that kept everything together. He was kind of the pillar of that team when Duncan was there. Reminds me of the time Pop said Kawhi wasn't a leader and he got pissed. Kawhi didn't really, I don't know. Kawhi was stupid talented, but yeah, as far as like him being a pillar, I don't know. And that last, I mean, let's be real, like as far as is he a leader or not? I mean, he showed he was not. The way he went out, he was not the leader of that team. I don't know. And you know, it's all arbitrary too, you know. Like I said, I'm probably looking too far into it. It's whatever. I completely agree with you, Clan, but the best player isn't always the leader, etc. Kawhi. Well, example Kawhi. Well, that's what I said. I said every I don't know. It's arbitrary. Keldon saying this kind of shows why he'll run in the paint with 3 men in there because he thinks he's also a leader. He's a leader, but yeah, he's not. Yeah. The ones who don't accept the Wemby is the leader of the team will show them. There is a difference. Personality and character differs. People also see leadership differently from the outside as well. It's nuanced. That's true. That's true. It's not like I said, that's what I was saying, it's arbitrary, right? Like there's no one definition to go by. You know, it's like it's a technicality for me, right? Like I do think that the Spurs have a multitude of leaders. Like I can say Popovich is the leader of the team. And you could say Keldon's the leader of the team. Zach Collins is the leader of the team. I guess I'm just kind of I'm looking at it as more of an amalgamation of so many other things that you bring, and that kind of where I say, okay, that's the leader of the team. And I don't know. I guess you don't have to necessarily be the best player on the team, but it kind of helps. Like, for instance, if you look at the Minnesota Timberwolves, like Anthony Edwards is the best player on the team. Is he the leader? Is he the heart? Is he what keeps everything together? I don't know. Unironically, it might be Kyle Anderson. Like, I know that's crazy, but it might be Kyle Anderson. My cat is all over. What are you doing, girl? Oh, she gonna scratch me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Girl, see what you did? You saw what you did? Oh, now she wanna cuddle. She's like, Mika said, yeah. She's pulling on my shirt. Oh my goodness. Okay. You okay? Okay. Mix our leader, Clan isn't exactly. She brings so much to these streams, don't you, girl? What's your opinion? What's a leader? What do you think a leader is? What do you think a leader is? Is Keldon Johnson a leader? Is he the leader of the Spurs? All hail Mikasa. Yes. All hail Mikasa. Tim was the perfect leader. He was. He was the leader of that team after a while. Oh my goodness. She's like attacking me. She's like, oh gosh, don't lick me. Oh, she's licking me. You're a dog. Coyote? Yes, Coyote's the leader of the team. I feel like Marcus Morris. I feel like Marcus Morris was our leader. That's funny. Hey, girl. When does Mikasa merch drop? Okay, I need to do that. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, Mikasa. She's such a good kitty. You're such a good kitty. Oh, don't lick me. She's such a good kitty. No, I know. I like Keldon, but it's hard to see him on the team in the long run. He won't be here. What's your pick for March Madness? What team will win? North Carolina. I'm a North Carolina fan. Hey, girl. She's gone now. Did you ever watch Wemby's tour around San Antonio? I think I glanced at it. Them ESPN guys were tripping again about our timeline of winning today. Oh, pre-March Madness thoughts on who we should watch for the draft. Ellie Cadeau. I have no idea. I don't know. All right, chat. All right, chat. It is time to watch Goat Pop. All right, it is time to see what Goat Pop has to say. I am always for hearing what Goat Pop has to say. Let's see. Let's bring it up. Now, Pop, you need to hold on a second, all right? I'm going to let you talk in a second. But before I do, if you guys want to support the channel, there's so many different ways you can do so. But one way is supporting the sponsors. You support the sponsor, you support me. BetUS. Big shout out to BetUS for for sponsoring this video. I said subscribing. I don't know if BetUS is subscribed to me. But sponsoring this video, this live stream, and this channel for the duration of the season means the absolute world to me. And if you guys are interested in BetUS at all, what you'll get is 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits. Okay, on your first 3 deposits up to $2,500, as long as you use join 125 promo code. So use the link in my description and then use join 125 as the promo code. But yeah, so if you are just interested at all, there's one bet in particular that I found pretty interesting. And I brought it up quite a few times during this stream, but hey, I'll bring it up for this segment. Victor Wembanyama, when it pertains to quadruple doubles, will he record a quadruple double in the 23-24 season? And if you're wondering what the money line is, if you risk 10, that's 400 right there, 400. So you can risk up to 10 and you'll get $400 if this were to happen. So go check it out. If you're interested, please link in my description. Like I said, you'll receive 125% bonus on your first 3 deposits as long as you use promo code JOIN125. Link in my description below. But yeah, pretty good stuff. Me personally, he's been so close, I wouldn't be shocked if he did, okay? It's like rebounds is basically a lock. There's only been a few games in which he had like a couple rebounds where I was like, what the heck is going on there? Rebounds a lock. Getting at least 10 points is a lock. So those are two things. Then the question is, will he have a game in which he gets at least 10 blocks and 10 assists in the same game? I could definitely see it. The blocks are going to be the toughest thing, but good God, dude, every other night it's like 6-7 blocks this dude gets. So who knows? Maybe he'll have one of those games. The only thing that kind of scares me a little bit is his teammates as far as the assists. Like, could he get 10 assists? He had before. He has this season. He's done it. But yeah, a lot of things got to go right. But hey, this isn't that risky. $10, 400 winning. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. All right, let's take a look. Pop, what do you have to say? Pop, the GOAT. Go Pop. I can't hear you, Pop. Speak up. You're so old. Dude, this is literally the audio. I can't bring it up anymore.
Always aware of where he might be on the court. He's trying to figure out where he's got to go and be more efficient in getting here or there.
Oh my goodness.
So it's
We got to listen really good.
He may be in a certain spot, but they're not ready to deliver or whatever might happen. So it's an experience thing. They're going to be in the situations, but Devin's going to have the ball a lot for us. So him understanding how to play with Victor is really important.
Okay, so he was just saying how to play with Victor is really important, and Devin has the ball for us a lot of times. Okay.
Making shots is what the league is all about, and most teams have 4 or 5 guys on the court that can shoot it.
Dude, this sucks. Okay, since you guys can't hear him anyway, I'm just gonna speed it up even more, and I'll just paraphrase.
We've been a little bit behind the curve on that, probably, but to have Kelton do that for a period of time really buoyed us and kept us in the game.
All right, so he said you need at least like 4 shooters. Keldon really helped. I think he's talking about Keldon Johnson's 3-point shooting in that game against Brooklyn. But let's see if we can find any gems in here. All right, give us some wisdom, Pop.
It was great. He's
no closed captions. No, they don't have them.
Energy guy. He knocks down some threes here and there. He takes big shots. He might not be shooting 40% on the year, but he takes shots that are important because of time and score and that kind of thing. And he's an aggressive young man. He puts some meat on people, so we need that. How important was it?
Pop basically just said Keldon's nasty. All right, he said he put some meat on people. Pause. Audio Spurs video team. This is crazy. Yeah, this is like the official Spurs. Yeah.
Every win is important.
Every win is important. Timbuktu. I don't know what that means. I don't know the joke.
Portofino would be nice.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
We're going there. Yeah.
We're going there. I don't know what we're.
He's a multi-talented young man, and he's going to show us things that none of us have ever seen before. Here and there, and that was one of them.
Okay, he's talking about some move that Wemby did. This is so funny. Because didn't McCants say that Popovich holds Wemby back? That old narrative that we've heard 50 million times. That's just kind of dumb at this point.
He's getting more and more solid, more and more disciplined, getting more and more used to the contact that he gets, the attention that he gets. It's a tough position for him to be in, but he handles it with class and has pretty good smarts.
Yeah, that's about as loud as I've heard this arena in 2 years. I don't know if I've heard it out.
Well, they were very helpful, I'll tell you that. I could hear it. And, our guys never quit. We'll have games where we turn it over too much or we don't shoot well and might even get our butts kicked. But even in those games, they come back and do everything they can.
And the reason why this team does not quit is, number one, you have a front office that gets the right type of guys. And number two, you have Popovich, who's cultivated this culture that guys have bought into. Okay, they buy into it. It's an entire, the most family atmosphere you can get to. That's why guys go crazy when they leave San Antonio. But yes, I think overwhelmingly it's because guys buy into what you're selling, and Popovich is the one selling it. What the heck? You were just up here. Why do you need so many? Why do you need so much? Why does she need so much? She's so needy.
So they went down by 11 tonight. Came back and they did so proud of happy for them.
Why are you so needy? Knocking down my.
How will that serve more wins start to come? Well, winning is a habit, and it's one of those things where if they can have this kind of spirit in a tough season, win-loss wise, it portends great things in the future.
Pop is absolutely right there. That's why I'm so surprised by this team. Basically, what Pop just said is that winning is a habit. And when you get to a point where you can play at this amount of intensity during losses, that's going to be really helpful for the future. She just needs too much. I don't know what's going on with her.
Well, it's a double-edged sword. It depends on the situation. Sometimes you get the rebound in those situations, and you look, and if you got an easy break, like we threw one full court one time to, was that Wemby or whoever it was? I can't remember. But you got to look for that break to get an easy score when defenses aren't set. But if it's not there, then you pull it back and hopefully execute something that makes some sense. So it's a little bit of both.
Ooh, good question. Does it energize you when you see young talent and guys like Victor, I don't know, be him? I don't know. I don't know what he's about to ask, but.
I only get excited when I have an older French Bordeaux that I was worried it might be over the hill, and I find out it was really perfect. Then I get excited.
Bordeaux. What the heck is that? Hey, what are you doing? Is that wine? Is Bordeaux wine? I know Pop loves his wine. I think that's what he means.
Is your French Bordeaux older than your French Setter? All of my best wines are older than Victor. That's a true statement.
Oh, okay, he was talking about wine. Okay. Cool. Good stuff, I guess. I don't know, guys. That wasn't that much fun because the audio was so bad, but yeah, I don't know. What's she doing? She's literally rubbing her head on my keyboard. You can't see her because her head's on this side. Yeah, she's rubbing her head on my keyboard right now. She needs to stop doing it. She's still doing it. I don't know. She's a good kitty. She's a good kitty. That man's a clown. All my favorite wines are older than Victor. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm getting off. I appreciate all the love. A lot of the stuff that we've talked about will be uploaded throughout this week. I won't be back until Saturday, so I'll be gone a little while, okay? I have to go. I don't want to leave, but I got to go right now. I got to go out of town. So, but I'll be back in quite a few days, and we'll talk more, okay? We'll be all right. We'll all talk. We'll all have a good time. But I have quite a few videos ready to be uploaded, so no worries there. I will have it ready for all of you guys. So you'll have content throughout the week, nonetheless. Sorry I missed your stream again, brother. You still got my support. Oh, don't worry. Like, if you miss, it's cool because I'm going to upload everything anyway. So, but anyways, I will get with you guys later, man. Until next time, bye, 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 bye. Okay, that's hilarious. Hope Mikasa can upload while you're gone. That's really funny. She's actually coming with me, so she can't. But all right, guys, bye.